The golden sands of the desolate planet sparkled under the harsh glare of twin suns as Thomas's ship, the Stargazer, landed near an abandoned space station. He squinted at the view screen, searching for any signs of life or movement. All he saw were endless dunes and the dilapidated structure, resembling a skeletal finger accusing the sky. Running a hand through his salt and pepper hair, Thomas sighed, realizing this was just another routine smuggling job in a godforsaken wasteland. He had hoped for something more thrilling after years of traversing the galaxy's darker corners. "All right, old girl," he muttered to his ship, affectionately patting the console. "Let's see what treasures this dump has to offer." Donning his environmental suit, he stepped onto the scorching sand. The heat hit him like a physical blow, even with the suit's cooling systems. As he trudged toward the airlock, a flicker of movement caught his eye. He froze, instinctively reaching for the blaster at his hip. There it was again, a flash of blue, disappearing around a corner inside the station. "Well, well," Thomas murmured, "looks like this might be interesting after all." He cycled through the airlock, grateful for the relative coolness inside, despite the musty air. His footsteps echoed in the empty corridors as he cautiously ventured deeper into the station. A soft whimper made him whirl around, blaster drawn. In a shadowy alcove, he spotted her, an alien woman with striking blue skin, curled protectively around her swollen belly. Her luminous eyes were wide with fear. Thomas slowly lowered his weapon. "Easy there, sweetheart. I'm not here to hurt you." The woman's brow furrowed, and suddenly he felt a gentle probing sensation in his mind. He instinctively recoiled, erecting mental barriers. "None of that now," he said firmly. "I don't take kindly to folks poking around in my head without permission." To his surprise, a voice echoed in his thoughts, tinged with desperation. "Please help me." Blinking in astonishment, Thomas replied aloud, "You're telepathic? Well, that's a new one." The alien woman struggled to her feet, one hand against the wall for support. Up close, he noticed intricate patterns swirling across her azure skin, resembling constellations. Despite her exhaustion, there was an otherworldly grace to her movements. "My name is Nila," she said softly, her lips not moving. "I need to get off this planet. They're coming for me, for my children." Thomas's eyes widened at her words. "Children? Plural?" Nila nodded, a faint smile touching her lips. "Twins. They are special, unique, the key to saving my people." "Who exactly is after you?" Thomas asked, his instincts on high alert. Before Nila could answer, a distant boom echoed through the station. She stumbled, nearly falling, and Thomas caught her reflexively. The contact sent a jolt through him. Her skin was impossibly smooth and cool. "They're here," Nila whispered, panic evident in her mental voice. "Please, I beg you, help us." Thomas hesitated. He was a smuggler, not a hero. Getting involved could jeopardize everything he'd worked for. But looking into Nila's pleading eyes, he felt something shift inside him. "All right," he said gruffly, "but you'd better be worth the trouble, Blue." Nila's relief washed over him like a palpable wave. "Thank you," she breathed. "I promise." Another explosion rocked the station, closer this time. Thomas grabbed Nila's hand. "Save the gratitude for later. We need to move now." They raced through the corridors, Thomas supporting Nila as best he could. He could hear shouts and the pounding of boots behind them. "Who the hell are these guys?" Thomas panted as they rounded a corner. "Agents of the Galactic Consortium," Nila replied telepathically, conserving her breath. "They want to use my children's abilities for their own twisted purposes." They burst out of the airlock, the searing heat hitting them like a wall. In the distance, Thomas saw his ship, a shimmering mirage on the golden sands. "Just a little further," he urged. Plasma bolts sizzled past them, kicking up plumes of sand. Thomas returned fire, his precise shots forcing their pursuers to take cover. They reached the Stargazer, and Thomas practically shoved Nila up the boarding ramp. He sprinted to the cockpit, fingers flying over the controls. "Hang on to something, sweetheart," he called back. "This is going to be a bumpy takeoff." The engines roared to life, and